What's up, my dudes? So we got a bike review here, not a dyno review. Want to make that very clear. This is all visual on the bike here, okay? This is not actually me reviewing like the real Suzuki RMZ 450 dyno in the game. This is just visual. This is just a bike skin, okay? So this is the 2018 RMZ by FCR, shit, I can't remember the dude's name. It's like FCRD, maybe? FCRD? I don't know, something like that, something close to that. Shit, now I'm gonna have to go back and make sure I get it right. Hang on, let me go back and look real quick. I'll be right back. FRCD is the creator of this. So, yeah, basically, this was a pretty cool Suzuki skin that I downloaded, 2018 skin right here. And one thing to note is, depending on what kind of lighting you have on certain tracks will make a massive difference to how good your front fender looks. You wouldn't think it would, but it really does in MX Simulator. Like, if you'll go on some of my tropical custom tracks that I have, like, you know, any of those newer, like Tropical Storm, Compound 301, I mean, any of my newer-ish-esque Rainforest Trail, I'm pretty sure maybe is like that too. Bunch of my tracks have the lighting where it really puts a shine on the front fender, like it really gets a nice shine to it. I don't really know too much about this track right here. This is a new track that's just recently been released. It looks a little bit more like the lighting is not really showing off the fender quite as good. So my bad for, you know, not really being able to get on a perfect lighting track to show that to you here. But it's like when you get on a good lighting, I say good, I mean like where it's more like sunset lighting. You know, you really see the grooves and the everything in the fenders and stuff more so than you would on certain tracks that just have more old school MX Simulator lighting. Like some of the ones that have the old school lighting, you almost can't even really see the grooves in the fender because it's just all light, like super light effect on the fender instead of being kind of like a shaded shadow lighting sunset effect to it. So either way, man, yeah, shout out to him for making this right here. I think it looked really cool. I love how on that front fender, let me see if I can pause this. See that right there? This is something I love just about the 2018 RMZ front fender in general. This is the newer, if I'm not mistaken, the newer Suzuki front fender here. Don't know exactly how long they've been doing this, but I'm a pretty big fan of the way it looks on the Suzuki. Not as much of a fan of the way it looks on the Yamaha, but it's this fender where they're starting to kind of go down this bit of a trend, bit of a vibe where they're doing the smaller. It's like they're doing smaller grooves in the fenders now. You know, they're doing like a bunch of small raised, and it makes it look kind of like this pretty advanced front fender, if you ask me. You know, they're really starting to go down that feeling. Like if you've seen some of the newer Yamaha front fenders, they're kind of doing the same thing, but I think it looks better on the Suzuki. Like I just feel like that right there looks good, and he was able to capture that fairly well here. Like you can see it, like, see how there's like basically four raised up grooves going down the front fender? Like, whereas the fender before this, it was a lot more smoothed off, a lot flatter, didn't have as many grooves in it. So I think that's a pretty cool fender design just in general for Suzuki to go down that road. And I think they did a pretty good job on it. And I feel like this guy captured it fairly well here. So yeah, he's got you can see the Suzuki emblem there right on the handlebar pad. And here in a second, I'll go in third person, kind of show the full bike off to you here. But yeah, man, wanted to come in here and do a, you know, bike skin review. And I will be going in there and doing more different types of reviews. I want to start reviewing every aspect to these games right here. You know, not just going in there and doing track reviews. I want to be able to review bike skins, helmets, gear, all that different, you know, user-created content in the game. I want to be able to go in there and review it separately and start giving some more credit to some of these people out here. And by the way, shout out to the track maker of this track. Good Lord, these two sections. I don't know if it's because I got a brand new controller or what it is, but these felt like some serious hucks right here, man. I think I actually messed up on it right there. Let me see if I can fast forward this real quick. Hang on just a second. Okay, so this is kind of the part where it starts right here, but check this out. So you like jump up to that little double, and you hit this little tabletop thing, and then it's really hard to hook up over that smooth jump face all the way to there, right? Got that little tricky jump. And then specifically to hit this next triple from the inside is super difficult. You got to be wide open, rail that inside rut perfectly. Then you got a seat bounce, hook up over to barely make that triple on the 450. Then you come around here, you got to hook up over this, you barely get up over that. Then you got a double huck up over this quad right here. Love how that dude put together those 3 or 4 sections right there. Makes it to where it's like actually tricky on a 450. You know, you almost feel like you're on a 125, but you're on a 450, having to hit stuff big like you would be on a 125 on a normal track, right? So it gives you that real challenge, even though you're really just on a 450. Okay, so this is what she's looking like in third person here. As you guys can see, man, I need to think about that next time before I go in here and do a bike skin review, or hell, even a gear review, any of that stuff. I need to go on tracks that have a little bit better lighting. Seems like sometimes the tracks will just... It's like they just don't have, I don't know, it's like you're not getting the right kind of shading that you would normally have and the shine effect off of the fenders and stuff like that you would normally on some other tracks with certain lighting. But yeah, I still feel like you did a fairly well job on this right here. Don't know exactly what the real 2018 Suzuki RMZ looks like. I haven't like just totally analyzed it or anything, but I think he did all right, man. I just love how he got that front fender the way that he did, you know, and that's kind of cool to see that little blue stripe, whatever you want to call that comes up the side of the actual front fender here. I think that looks decent. And then you obviously got the blue seat, blue fuel tank there, and then from the back, he's even got the little, look at this right there, little warning sign, do not have passengers on the back of this motorcycle. One rider only, or you could run the risk of hurting yourself. Do not get on the gas past first gear, or you could probably die. You know, that kind of thing. They always got to put those warning labels on all these vehicular things out here because... it's kind of, but who keeps it in first gear? No one does that. Everybody's rode a dirt bike with someone on the back of it. Come on now. You know, it's like, yeah, we get what you're saying, but I mean, be a little more realistic. So here's the exhaust. Definitely pretty standard exhaust. Definitely looks like a stock exhaust, not just the look of it, but also kind of the shine. Like I'm saying, it's a little bit hard to, really go in and review this on a track with this sort of lighting, but whatever. It's I don't know how much that's really going to change going to a different track. I honestly don't, but I think it will change it somewhat. But yeah, it's just kind of thinking about the the fidelity, quality of the actual bike skin itself. I do like some of this work right here that he's got going on. Obviously with some of your engine parts and stuff like that, but this is not the actual Suzuki dyno in the game, like I said. This is, it's not that at all. This is just a skin, something to cover up the actual real dyno that I'm on. And if you look back here, you got your, that's a different, I've got a different tire and rim on it than what, like, you know, that's separate in MX Simulator. So that's something to always keep in mind. You know, when I'm doing a, like a bike review here, it's not the tires, it's just the bike itself. But I put the black rim, black hub like it is in the, pretty sure that's how it is in real life for the Suzuki, if I'm not mistaken. Could be blue hubs. Has Suzuki went to blue hubs? I don't think they did. I think it's still black on black. I know Honda went back to silver, right? Which is a little bizarre. And then Yamaha's obviously got the blue hubs, which I don't necessarily like that too much. But for Yamaha, I think Yamaha looked better black on black. But either way, I think black on black, black rim, black hubs is the best looking for a stock bike. I think it is. Like, I think we're past the silver rims, the silver hubs. I think the black just makes it look mean, dude. You know, it just gives it that sort of stance. Like, it looks awesome on my 2016 YZ2 video. That thing looks bad to the bone, dude. Like, I still think that's one of the baddest looking bikes out there is a 2016 YZ2 VDF stock. You know, as far as a stock bike goes, like, that thing looks mean, dude. Like, if you'll go look that up on Google, 2016 YZ2 VDF, That dude looks gnarly, and it looks like that in real life too. So you know how just sometimes they'll come out with stock bikes and they don't look quite as mean, they don't look quite as aggressive, they don't look quite as I don't know how to explain it. They just don't have that look to them, you know. Well, the 2016 YZ250F, it looks like a race bike. It looks like a Yamaha that James Stewart would be riding or something, you know. It looks like it's got the parts on it, but it really don't. So it's kind of cool how they managed to give it that sort of look. There's that quad huck right there. Barely make it up over on a 450. So either way, I mean, this is a bit of a new thing for me to go in here and trying to review, you know, gear and bikes, skins and stuff like that. I don't even really know what the hell I'm doing, but we're going to try to progress on that. So you just got to bear with me a little bit here on some of the first reviews that I do of this stuff, because I don't really know what I'm doing. I'll probably start side by side comparing them to like real life pictures. That probably is what it's going to eventually advance into, but I'm just kind of going by just the naked eye here, you know, not really trying to delve too down deep into it, but you can see that back fender there. Look at the design on that. Look at the way the actual back fender part actually comes up on both sides right there. It looks really freaking cool. Looks like some like super advanced modern, you know, something like that. But see, when you look at it like from this side, see how the lighting totally changes that? Like, look at how that back fender looks right there. Okay. And then look at how it looks right here. See how different just being on a certain side with different lighting can do to a fender or a 3D object in a game? Like, it's insane, man. So that's what I'm kind of saying. That's what I was saying there at the beginning. But either way, dude, I think that Suzuki right on the side of the seat looks good. Got the nice black to blue. He's got the actual blue little graded thing on the seat where it actually looks like a seat. You know, it's not just smoothed off or anything weird like that. Actually looks like he's got a different, yeah, so see, he's got the actual seat, little seat, you know what a real life dirt bike seat looks like. He's got that look to that right there. And then on the side, he's got a different sort of gradient, sort of different kind of, you know, pattern on it there than the actual seat is. So that was cool to see that. Then the Suzuki is obviously, the actual Suzuki lettering on the seat is smoothed off. So yeah, I got the 450 right there on the side. Coloring looks pretty good. I think overall it's decent. Definitely a decent bike skin right here, just in general. So either way, I'm going to give it an 8 overall. And that's it, man. Can't really give a bike skin difficulty or a gear, you know, gear review difficulty, even though I always try to do that because I did that on all my track reviews for all these years. But either way, man, appreciate you guys watching all the videos. Later, dudes.